Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. This afternoon, we're watching and reacting to Portugal versus Spain in the 2025 UEFA Nations League final. The Iberian Peninsula. Italy versus Portugal is the Holy War. The neighbor war, I guess. Either team trying to win their second Nations League in their country's history. Portugal won the inaugural one in 2019. Spain trying to defend the Nations League. Starting 11s are as follows for Portugal. In goal, Diogo Costa. The back four, João Neves. Ruben Dias. Gonçalo Inácio. Nunes. The midfield two of Bernardo Silva. Vitinha. The front attacking three of Francisco Conceição. Bruno Fernandes, Pedro Neto, and up top, Cristiano Ronaldo. For Spain, in goal, we have Unai Simon, the back four of Oscar Mingueza, Robin Lenormand, Dean Huijsen, Marc Cucurella, the midfield three of Pedri, Martin Zubamendi, Fabian Ruiz, and the front three of Lamine Yamal, Mikel Oyarzabal, and Williams. For Spain. How we doing, Specimen? How we doing, Rory? How we doing, Blitzo? I think it's the first time you've been first, yeah? Portugal contra España en la final de la Liga de Nations de la UEFA. How we doing? Honestly, I feel the same way. See, the Madrid jersey works because, you see, the Real Madrid jersey works for this because Cristiano, his best run was with Real Madrid. Not now, like the group stage did to a certain extent, but this doesn't. The final doesn't. The group stage did. Like the playoff, some playoff teams are decided by their performance during the group stage of Nations League. The final doesn't. Mingueza in the back line, fair enough. Yeah, I'm surprised, to be fair. I'm surprised, to be fair. But we'll see. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. See. I'll answer Blitzo's comments on the Canada video at halftime, sure. Beta. Starting 11. Costa, Mendes, Inácio, Dias, Neves, Vitinha, Bernardo Silva. That was a little bit too slow. Simon, Cucurella, Huijsen, Lenormand, Mingueza, Fabian, Zubamendi, Pedri, Williams, Oyarzabal, Yamal. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Cristiano said, "I'm not your toy." That's what he did. And we're off. They will kick off, and we're underway. Oh. The hell? That was different. Spain wearing their yellow jerseys, which are honestly still... No, R-Truth's son and R-Truth himself said it wasn't a work. And we're off. Here we go. Portugal and Spain. Portugal contra España. Playing forward. Portugal wearing the red, the Puma jerseys, which, honestly, well, 6 o'clock's still pretty... Well, no, it is still got sunrise or sun. So, at least it ain't like 12 o'clock. Well, and if it was in St. Louis, it would have got moved due to severe weather. So, you can't win either way. Not tornadic. Well, the last 2 times they said there was a low chance for a tornado. Some hit the ground over the past week. So, what do I know? What do I know? Not here. Not here itself, but like on the Missouri side. What channel? Fox proper. For me, it's Fox 2. For you, I don't know what Fox number it is, but it's Fox proper. Here's to St. Louis. I don't know, but Fox proper. Thoughts on Pochettino still being happy about the USMNT performance against Turkey despite losing 2-1 to Turkey? Smack! What are you doing? Idiot. Idiot, idiot, idiot. It's like, oh, we have standards now. Bullshit, you do. Free kick for Portugal. Bullshit, you have standards. It's Fox proper. I'm surprised, actually. And I'll also be watching the Battlehawks versus DC Defenders, not on the channel, just on my own after this is over. Because it's on the same channel. I can't believe they put the Nations League final on Big Fox. They really want to make this seem like it matters, don't they? They really want to act like this matters. Okay. I mean, it is Sunday. Ain't got anything else to do. I don't know. Poch has... I thought he had standards. I guess he doesn't. He's a liar. Playing forward is Portugal. Poch is a joke. Yes. Yes, I do. And the wrestlers themselves. I think a lot of people... See, they actually did release Carlito. Nobody cares about that. Well, I hate it for Carlito, but nobody's mad about Carlito. Nobody's mad about Sarah Logan, Valhalla. Nobody's mad about that. But R-Truth? I mean, Truth said it wasn't a work. He has been. I don't blame him. And I'm laughing too, frankly. I want CONCACAF to do well, but wait, Cristiano was actually back-checking? He was actually running back and defending. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Ball crossed in by Portugal. If they score off this because he was defending over the bar, Cristiano was actually back-checking. I can't believe it. I legit can't believe it. I've never seen tracking back checking either way. The Stanley Cup Final's still going on, allow me. Corner for Portugal. I can't believe he was tracking back. I've never seen that before. Cristiano Ronaldo actually tracked back and defend and won the ball and earned him a corner. I'm surprised. What? What? Corner kick for Portugal. Oh, okay. I don't have Disney Plus. Good. Header or brought down. Shot Neves. Wide. It's funny. Some of these guys won a Champions League in this same stadium a week ago. Vitinha, João Neves played in this stadium a week ago and won a Champions League. Now they're back to possibly win another trophy. How nuts is that? Let's see. .456. Playing forward. Spain. Williams blocked away. Goal for Pachuca. Oh, the Pachuca game. Oh. See, well, I guess it didn't matter if I want to do it or not. Pachuca scored on Al-Ali. Are you serious? Suban Sal Lambert Jimmy. Suban Sal Lambert Jimmy. I can't wait till the memes come back. Suban Sal Lambert Jimmy. Oh, well. Damn. Pachuca isn't playing yet. So Risklander was trolling anyway. Okay. Either way. If Jimmy Lozano gets like the quarterfinals of the Club World Cup, do the Savance Lambert Jimmy memes come back or not? Playing forward. Williams plays to the top of the box. Back to Fabian Ruiz. Cross in. I don't know. Cucurella's actually been really good since, like, before the Euros. Like, I gotta say, like, ever since, like, March of last year, Cucurella's been showing that he's actually a really good player. Like, he was awesome at the Euros. He was awesome for Chelsea this year. He saved Chelsea's ass a good number of times in multiple competitions. He's really, like, he's better than I thought. Like, you know, Cucurella's been, I mean, I slandered him. I wouldn't say slandered him, but I slated him for a while. I slated him for a while. But Cucurella's a solid player. 8 minutes in, 0-0. How we doing, Dylan? I haven't seen him. I heard about him, though, in LA. I'm not the president. I have no power. Hold on. What? Why is it? If you're talking about the rights, I'm not the governor of California. I'm not the president of the United States. I'm not a senator. I'm not a congressman. I'm not the prime minister of Canada. Hell, I'm not the loyal leader of the opposition. I have no power, sir. I'm not the leader of Her Majesty's loyal opposition. I'm none of those things. Yes. And still, because of that, even though the Ivory Coast-Canada game is a de facto final anyway, well, we'll see what happens. I'm surprised New Zealand won, but sounds like Finn Sermon was a rock back there. I didn't realize how the game went. I forgot to even check the result. And then Rory was like, Finn Sermon was a rock tonight. I was like, oh, I checked the results, 1-0 New Zealand. I'm like, what the hell happened? I was like, what the hell happened? So that makes me think Canada they're the favorite against Ivory Coast on Tuesday. Canada should beat them. Which, I mean, football is football, but Canada's way better than New Zealand. And Ivory Coast, I watched the highlights. They looked bad. But then again, people were like, well, don't disrespect them. They're a solid team, but they won AFCON because AFCON's chaotic. Like, AFCON, there's no reason, well, honestly, even the Asian Cup to a certain extent. But AFCON and the Asian Cup, you don't bet that thing. If you bet the AFCON or the Asian Cup, you're a fool who's easily parted with his money or their money. Because if you bet on the AFCON, you got to realize that tournament is chaotic every time. Asian Cup, the last one was chaotic. It's not ever as chaotic as the AFCON except the last time when they were both on at the same time. Chaotic to me is Qatar going to the final and then Japan not making it that far. Especially after the blue lock hype and all that. Wrong. Canada will make the final. You beat Ukraine and won't make the Gold Cup final, you got problems. If you beat Ivory Coast and don't make the CONCACAF Gold Cup final, you have problems. AFCON. Like, I love CONCACAF, but AFCON is like industrial level crack chaotic. CONCACAF is like, yeah, it's chaotic, but AFCON, especially the tournament AFCON, AFC or the CAF, or I should say CAF. AFC is Asia. CAF. It's a chaotic confederation, but AFCON is industrial level crack chaotic. Like, I thought Morocco would win. They went out to South Africa, yeah? South Africa. Who thought that would happen? Morocco's hosting the next AFCON. Maybe that means they win. I'll at least do the knockout stage in next year's AFCON, or late this year's, early next year's. But hopefully Morocco plays. That would be good for me. I don't know. Penalty for Spain going forward. Into the box. Yeah. I must be behind. On Fox, no less. Here comes Yamal. Still Yamal. Oh, loses the ball at the top of the box. That's got to be a free kick, not a penalty. Honduras versus Cayman Islands. Didn't expect that result. At least Honduras still won. Yeah, didn't expect the result either. That's got to be a free kick. Well, I can't. Now, he got tackled at the top of the box. That's a free kick. There's no way. That wasn't in the box. That was outside the box. Free kick for Spain. Unless I'm that behind. I agree. Well, it's the Gold Cup. They should. I don't know. I thought we all agreed Cucurella is actually a good player. Yeah. I just said that. Free kick. I agree. Outside the box. My bad. Ha 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 ha. Wait, how? Free kick. It's fine. Really? Well, that was when Man City was ass. Free kick taken over the bar. Do it now. Man, Vancouver 5-0 Man City, which that Vancouver team was pretty good. Man City was ass back then. And then they got 5-0 by Cruz Azul, Vancouver themselves. And they may have had the shits. Montezuma's revenge is a real thing. Don't drink the water. Bring your own bottled water, or just do better and host the game yourself. It's not a freaking conspiracy theory, Jesse. God love you, but it's not a conspiracy theory. What an awful free kick. He thought he was Messi. Just because he baptized you doesn't, well, he held him, but it looked like he was baptizing him in that picture. It kind of looked like that, though. Maybe his football baptism was with Messi. Yeah, no, don't take free kicks, though, kid. You ain't Messi. Just because he football baptized you don't mean you're Messi. Stop taking free kicks. 15th minute. Williams. Who else is going to take him? That's a good point. Top of the box. Shot. Wide. Pulls it wide. Pedri. Yeah, defend. Don't do that. You're known for defending, not that. No, New Zealand wins all the time. And Auckland City wins all the time. Ukraine is a solid team. Have you not watched the Euros the past couple of times? I didn't say, well, they're a playoff level team. It's hard to get to the World Cup. So I think they will make the World Cup next year. So, yeah. What a miss, Pedri. Chaotic awesome, same thing. I meant chaotic good, not chaotic bad. We're going to be clear. Well, yeah. Well, of course, if he was playing for a draw, it makes things easier. It means if they would have got a draw, well, shit. I think Suriname still would have made it. But, of course he is. Because if El Salvador loses and Puerto Rico wins, they're in. They already have the goal differential. They'll be on 7 points and they have better goal differential. You can't make a goal differential better during a loss. You can't. So, yeah, all Puerto Rico needs is to win and for El Salvador to lose. If El Salvador picks up a point or wins, they're screwed. It would be an absolute failure if El Salvador doesn't get out of the group. But I shot over the bar just barely by Williams. Well, at least America ain't going to the Club World Cup. And if they did, I wonder what would have happened. Because would they have played that friendly at all if they went? Because I know they postponed the Toronto versus LAFC game for the 13th. It's over a week. Okay, no, they still would have played it. The Toronto game got postponed with LAFC to October. So Toronto won't be playing June 13th. You know what? Positive. I'm happy with that. At this point, I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Pedri wide. Spain's on the front foot. I'm not surprised. No. I mean, Pulisic shouldn't either. I don't really know who to put. OFC's not to be taken lightly. I agree. The CONCACAF, the Caribbean Football Union is better than OFC. It is. Except for New Zealand. But everything else, like if you put Fiji versus Trinidad, Trinidad would win. If you put New Caledonia versus Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico would win. Now, of course, New Zealand would be a challenge, but if you set New Zealand to Trinidad, I still think Trinidad will get a result. Jamaica? Well, shit, I don't trust them right now. I don't trust Jamaica right now. You know what? Fair. You know what? Fair. You know what, Bukele? Fair. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. I wouldn't like to find out. Inacio got a yellow card. I wouldn't like to find out. Like, isn't like Seacott the Attica of El Salvador? I wouldn't like to find out if Bukele was joking or not. I still don't trust Jamaica at this point. Yeah, I agree with that. Well, I trust you more in Jamaica at this point, yeah. Bozo is better than Steve McLaren. You heard it here first. But Bozo doesn't really have as good of attacking players as Steve McLaren. Well, I mean, he does have, well, no, there's some known players there, but I don't think Bozo's as much of a dinosaur as Steve McLaren. Bozo's a bozo. Steve McLaren's a dinosaur. There's a difference. It doesn't say Cristiano. Sadly. Playing forward. Here comes Spain. Header. Shot. Block. Goal for Spain. It's a goal for Martin Zubamendi. Pops in the rebound. Saved by Costa. Off Williams, but it falls to Zubamendi. And Spain's been on the front foot. They've been going for that one all night. Horrible mistake. Gol de España, 0-1. Horrible mistake for Portugal, and it's 0-1 Spain. Martin Zubamendi pops away the rebound. You can't let that happen if you're Portugal. It's one thing if a team's on the front foot. It's another if you let that in. Zubamendi makes the run. Plays into the box. Tapped over. Williams is there to kick it. Rebound falls to Zubamendi. Cleared away by Ruben Dias. Actually cleared away by Neves, but Williams definitely presses him a little bit. And Zubamendi's right there to tap it in. VAR check, but the goal stands. They deserve it, honestly. I agree. And the check's over. The goal stands. 21st minute, Martin Zubamendi. 0-1, 0-1, España. Spain has the lead. And they've been the better team pretty much after the 5th minute. For like the past 18 minutes or so. They've been the better team. There you go. I would like that. Like every other year, like one, it's in Australia. The next time it's in the U.S., like Miami or something. Or actually Toronto. Actually, no, Toronto. Toronto has a lot of Caribbean diasporas. So actually, Australia or Toronto. Maybe you could do New York. But like, maybe like Australia, then, yeah, or Auckland. Australia or Auckland, either way. Toronto or New York, but I say Toronto. Come on, Ronaldo Magic. Yes, but he was talking about OFC versus the Caribbean, which I think that'd be interesting. I would do some of those games. Like, I think in Toronto, some of those OFC Caribbean games do well. Well, especially with the Caribbean fan bases. Especially Jamaica, Trinidad. Yeah. Be like that UEFA Friendship Cup they're doing right now. Speaking of, there was a USA U17s versus Canada U17s game, and the Canada U17s won on penalties on the men's side. Canada's been, well, and Canada's U20 women's team beat the US U20 women's team. And Canada won yesterday. And USA lost. Man, it's been a good couple of days. Playing forward. Williams. Ruben Dias getting burned. Williams. Ruben Dias clears it out for a corner. No. Goal kick. Okay. Good defending from Dias. Somebody says he's mid, then somebody says good defending. I'm like, okay. I wouldn't call him mid, but I know Man City looked horrible this year for their standards, but that's really just because Rodri was gone. Speaking of Rodri, playing forward. Portugal. Top of the box. Here comes Portugal. Shot. Goal. Portugal. Nunes makes the run and puts it low and in. 1-1. Uno. Nunes. Goal de Portugal. Nunes. Nunes scores. Cristiano Ronaldo has it. Assist. Well, played it all the way back to the top of the box. Nunes. Nobody was looking at him. Boom. What a smart play. What a smart play. They're checking it. It's going to VAR. I think it was Vitinha with the Pedro Neto with the assist. Pedro Neto with the assist. Hit a Spain player first. We'll see if it stands. Fox is behind for some reason. I mean, if it stands, the assist comes off Pedro Neto, the Chelsea man. Nunes with a goal. Goal. Goal stands. Goal stands. Huh. Interesting. And it's 1-1. Uno. Nunes. I can't believe it. They weren't even watching him. Hard and low to the bottom corner. The far bottom corner. 26th minute. Pedro Neto with a smart pass too. 1-1. They weren't watching him. Punch for punch. Okay. 1-1. Uno. Canada 3-0. 3-0. Especially if Promise David is healthy and plays. Interesting. Oof, that was close. Yeah, I think I saw the highlights or a highlight from that Argentina game yesterday. Wide. Williams trying to get one. Yep. No, he was onside completely. Cristiano was onside. That's where they're looking at it. So Cristiano's pass was onside. He played it to Neto, who played it to Nunes. Did you not see they lost to New Zealand? Ivory Coast lost 1-0 to New Zealand. Canada's better than New Zealand. Like, I might be wrong, but Ivory Coast isn't a bad team, but if you lose 1-0 to New Zealand in Toronto, where they have no fans there or barely any, I'm sorry, you got no chance of beating Canada. I thought they started their starters. I mean, they played Latiloff. That's not a starter. Let's look at this starting 11. For Ivory Coast, Sangare, Zogbe, Gabamin, Kipre, Operi, Gabon, Diomande, Pepe, Arsenal Pepe, by the way, former Arsenal, Emmanuel Latiloff, Lazare, Gesson. That's not a starting 11. Sebastian Aller. Okay. Adingra. Maybe. Okay, there's... Oh, Frank Kessier. Okay, there's 3 players. Okay, there's 3 players they could start over. Exactly. Both Davids will drop 4 on them. You might be right. I might be overreacting. I still think Canada wins. Yeah. Let me put it like this. You might be right, Dylan. It might be 1-0 Canada. I still think Canada wins. I might be overreacting, but I still think Canada wins. On the scoreline part, I might be overreacting. I still think Canada wins. You don't lose to New Zealand. Maybe, yeah, Kessié, Adingra, and Haller. You play instead of Latelaf and Gesson, and fair enough. Fair enough. But header, cleared away, high. Well, it didn't get cleared much at all, frankly. Fair enough. Yeah. He now plays for Villarreal, but yeah, he's Ivory Coast, yeah. Former Arsenal Pepe. What, 70-something million fraud? Flop fraud? Yeah. Tejan gonna kill that defense. I don't know about that specimen, but hey, he's a footballer. He might have been. I wouldn't call it a relationship. I'd call it having fun, but I mean, if I was a footballer and if he did, so I wouldn't call it a relationship. I'd call it having fun, but you know, I ain't judging. He's right. The way the FMF acts, yeah, they won't win nothing. He's right. Bielsa's right. He is wrong about his characterization of MLS, but he's right about the fact that the FMF won't win anything the way they act. He's right. Exactly. I don't blame Bielsa at all. Exactly. I don't blame him at all. Ukraine's Tejan was good, but Ukraine's not Putin country. At least not yet. I mean, Putin wants it to be. I'm not saying I agree. I don't agree with Putin. Everybody deserves their own borders, but I mean, yeah, Putin wants Ukraine to be his country. It's not yet. At some point, I mean, you would think that they, attrition, you would think attrition would hit them at some point, but not yet. Strategically, you would think attrition would hit them at some point, but they're still fighting. Respect. As I said, Ukraine's full of fighters. Their football team fits the MO of the country. They're full of fighters. That's why. And I meant that in a good way, just to be clear. I meant that in a good way. Just to be clear. Okay, he's right. He's right. He's right. Huh. Well, there you go. But no, I mean, you would think. But no, son, no. Ukraine's not Putin's country. And I guess over their dead body, it will. They'll keep fighting. And for them, hopefully it never is. But if we're being realistic, at some point, attrition will take hold, yeah. Well, they said that a year ago. He's awesome. Promise David is amazing. And we finally found our starting striker. I said it. He was healthy enough to hit the drums, so hopefully he's still healthy for Tuesday. But if we get out to a lead, take him out. Honestly, though, do you play him? or do you just save him for the Gold Cup? That's like, it sounds like he got pulled due to a knock, but he was healthy enough to hit the drums. So I don't know. Really interesting. Wide. That's interesting. That's something. How? It's the Declaration of Independence. It was written. Ben Franklin wrote the Declaration, yeah. A lot of people signed it, but he wrote it, I would think. If I remember correctly, yeah, it was Ben Franklin. Oh, Spalletti got sacked by Italy. Let's go. He's still coaching Monday, but after Monday, he's gone. So he's not sacked yet, but Monday will be his last game. Get out! Spalletti, get out! Get out! Clown of the week and get out! Lol. Clown of the week, get out. 38th minute. Cross in. Over the top. Playing forward. Honestly, finally, they should have sacked Spalletti last summer. How did he last another year? Oh, God. How did he last a year? I don't get it. Well, how did he last another year after last June? I don't get it. Thoughts on R-Truth's return. I'm happy to see him back. I'm interested to see if they're going to make him more serious, but I'm happy to see R-Truth back. I'm happy they didn't lose him. Ranieri might become Italy's coach. Good. I like that. I like Claudio Ranieri. I like him. I think he'll, you know what? He knows how to overcome the odds. Works for me. Ranieri knows how to overcome the odds. I didn't say we'd finish top of the qualifying group, but hell, at this point, who's going to believe Italy's going to win a playoff bracket to get to the World Cup? I'll take Ranieri. Sure. He's good vibes. He's got solid tactics, but he's good vibes, which I think Italy needs. Let's be real. I think Ranieri's good vibes. I think at this point that's what Italy needs more than tactics, is good vibes. I'll take it. Yeah, is it a Band-Aid? Sure, but it's probably one of the better Band-Aids I can think of. I'd rather that than freaking Allegri. I know he's coaching AC Milan, but he might have reconsidered. Allegri vaffanculo! Allegri is just as bad as Spalletti, if not worse. I'll take Ranieri. Now, Fabregas came open. I know he's Spanish. I don't care. It's Fabregas. I'd run through a wall for him. I'll take Ranieri. My point is, I'll take Ranieri. If they could have got Maurizio Sarri and let him do Lazio and Italy at the same time, I would have been okay with that. But that might have been way off the beaten path. I think, yeah, Ranieri's a smart decision. Thank God it's not Allegri. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, Conte. Well, if Conte did Napoli, I would have taken Conte if he did Napoli and Italy at the same time. I would have also taken Conte. Antonio Conte. Yeah, sure. Ranieri is a former Chelsea coach as well, but that was when I was like 3 years old. Well, yeah, fine. Yeah, same question I had. Where's my hammer? I need to hammer it. I think it's basically the Mexico paradox. Like, everything why Mexico sucks, besides they still have Pro Rel, like, everything you could say about Mexico, you could basically say about Italy. Yeah, Italy's got good players, but their player development sucks. Their young player development kind of sucks. They think they're bigger than they really are. Italy thinks they're bigger and more infallible than they really are. Like, Italy thinks they're too big to fail, which is stupid considering you failed twice over the past 8 years. You're about to do it a third time. Just because you won the Euros, see, winning that Euros might have done worse. Like, Italy winning that Euro might have done them worse than if they didn't win. That should be a free kick the other way, 43rd minute. Basically, Italy's the European Mexico. And I think I said this when they got eliminated from the Euros last year. They're the European Mexico. That's pretty much it. Like, without a striker who's as hot as Raul Jimenez. And you could say Ranieri's kind of like Vasco, except he's never coached a national team before. Except a little bit more vibey than Vasco. But Vasco has his moments. But pretty much, Italy is the European Mexico. Pretty much. Except they have 4 World Cups. But the way it is now, yeah, they're like Mexico. It's pretty similar. Like, it's pretty similar, both their fails. It's pretty similar. That's anti-Italian discrimination. That is anti-Italian discrimination. That's anti-Italian discrimination. It sucks plain and simple. Well, I mean, the Italy U20s did make the final of the U20 World Cup like 2 years ago or whatever, so that's why I said kind of sucks. They lost to Uruguay, though. I did that game live. That was pain. That was the ugliest shit I ever seen. Playing forward. Shot. Goal. Goal for Spain. Mikel Oyarzabal scores. 2-1. Oyarzabal. Gol de España. Mikel Oyarzabal. Right before the half. Slots it home. 2-1. Or 1-2. 1-2. The goals here, well, the Portugal goal was pretty. The other two, the Spain ones, not so much. 45th minute, pretty much. 1-2, 1-2. Mikel Oyarzabal runs into the box. He's onside with Dias. And Oyarzabal gets in front of the defender and slots it home. Inacio, who's already on a yellow. Like, that was horrible positioning. That was like, you can't do that. You can't do that. Pep ruined him, as per. Pep ruined him. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Goal is allowed, or goal is confirmed. Every goals went to VAR, or at least openly. I mean, of course they're checked, but like openly checked. 2-1, 1-2. Pep ruined him. Just like he ruined Grealish. Just like he arguably ruined Haaland. Just like he arguably ruined, like, What player hasn't Pep ruined? I mean, he didn't ruin Messi. He somehow didn't ruin Rodri. He made Rodri a Ballon d'Or candidate. But other than that, like Bernardo Silva, he destroyed. De Bruyne, I wouldn't say he destroyed De Bruyne, but that was probably more age than anything else. But Pep happened. Again, Grealish, he destroyed Grealish. I agree. I would love to see that. If I could get to New York, I probably would try. Never thought I'd go to Yankee Stadium, but Sane, sure. Raheem Sterling, fair. But then you look at the fact that Raheem Sterling went to Chelsea and Arsenal and looked like a joke. I mean, yeah, of course that makes him look good. But I'll agree about Sane, though. Leroy Sane looked good under Pep. I'll agree with that. And he basically played exclusively under Pep. I think he did. And it's 1-2, 1-2, miro tiempo, 1-2 at the half for Spain. 45 more minutes. So, fair enough. I mean, Sterling's other escapades after Man City makes his Man City tenure look so much better. The dude was horrible at Chelsea. Like, also even worse at Arsenal, which I can't believe that was even possible. Halftime. And they didn't. World Cup warm-up game. I don't know what he did. He ain't done nothing wrong in my eyes. Like, Cucurella's been good for over a year. Like, really good. He's been semi-world class for about over a year. I don't know if I'd say world class, but he's been just under world class for over a damn year. Not two, but like from March of last year to now, he's been over world class or just about world class. Just a little bit under. I don't know if I call him world class. I don't know why he's getting booed. Well, he didn't ruin Cole Palmer because he sold him to Chelsea. He didn't give him time, and then he sold him to Chelsea. But I'll thank Pep for that one. I'll thank him for that one. Yaya Toure, well, the less said about that, the better. Yaya Toure, I think, didn't Yaya Toure call Pep a racist? Didn't he do that? Didn't he call Pep a racist? Like, I mean, I don't know. Mahrez, oh yeah, he ruined him. Also, Mahrez also chose to go to Saudi. So that yeah, he kind of did ruin Mahrez, though. Like, Leicester City Mahrez was, like, awesome. And then he went to Saudi because, of course, the bag is awesome, isn't it? Montez was out there, though. Turkey's a better team than Switzerland, so no. Even if they have their full team. He did. Yeah, thought so. He's ruining Doku and Savio right now, too. Yeah, no, Doku, I had so many hopes for. Like, I thought Doku was going to be one of the best players of, like, this new generation. That changed quickly. Savio, we knew where that was going when he was awesome for Girona, so I'm not too surprised. Also, Man City really sucked this year. I won't say this year is a big. For the benefit of the doubt, I will say this year, I'm not going to put many big judgments on it. Next year, if Savio is just as bad as he was this year, then I'll agree. But Doku, yeah. Yes, they are. I think Turkey and Switzerland are both better than Ukraine in football. I don't think if there's AI would make World War III less likely, I think. But, the closer we get to the singularity, the more likely we won't have a World War III. I don't believe this I don't believe this. How do I put this? I don't believe this AI panic. I think, yes, there are bad things about AI, but if we get a singularity AI, I don't think AGI or ASI, I don't think it's going to be evil. Like, I don't see it. Like, as an evil, it can be used for evil reasons. Yes. Like, AI can be used for evil reasons. But will AI itself be evil? No. No. And ASI, AGI, artificial general intelligence, artificial superhuman intelligence, I think is ASI. Do I think that's going to be evil? No. Can AI be used for evil reasons? Yes. Did you not remember the flash he showed at like the World Cup and like around that time? Like for a little bit there, people were talking about Doku as like the next big thing. Like, do you forget that? Am I crazy or what? Like, I remember people talk about Doku like late 2022, early 2023 is like the next big thing. And then Lamine Yamal and Williams hit the stage. Reinders will be fine. I think the way Reinders plays will make him fine. Cherki, I agree. Especially after the Nations League game. Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure. Turkey should have kicked the USA's ass, but football's football. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe that's why. But I remember the talk. I remember maybe not everybody, but there were people that were talking about Doku in a good light. A really good light back late 22, early 23. I'll throw my hands up and say maybe it is an awful take, but I'm just going by what I remember. Maybe I'm misremembering. But I'm just going by what I remember. Well, yes, it is. But, I mean, I know football way too well. I don't need AI to bet on football. If I did. Hockey, well, just bet against the Leafs. I remember people saying around like late 22, early 23. I remember some people saying that. I didn't say it was overblown, but I remember like a little. And it wasn't me either. It wasn't me either. I didn't say it myself. Ooh. I want to say Liga Portugal, Belgian Pro League, then Turkey. Liga Portugal is the best of the three, then the Belgian, then the Turkey League. The Turkish League. I think the Turkish League is more of like what Saudi is, like a 2-bit version of Saudi. Or, well, a version of Saudi with actual financial constraints. If there was no financial constraints, Turkey would be Saudi. Pretty much. I agree with that. I didn't say, but we were talking about the actual quality of play. Talk about the quality of play, but I agree with that. Turkish fans bring it. I'll agree with that. We'll take a short break and half, talk about the stats, get this one going, sit tight. Yeah, true. We're back for the stats of the half. Yep. Thanks to Jose Mourinho, Porto has a UCL and a Europa League, or one of those two Europa Leagues. Jose Mourinho. Thank Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho. Yes. I mean, yeah, that's what I expected. Now, what I didn't expect was Naomi winning the women's Money in the Bank. I like it. Like, I like it. I'm not saying I don't. That one was out of left field. Like, Naomi winning Money in the Bank is out of left field. Now, Money in the Bank is normally a heel gimmick. Because you're taking opportunity to steal a title from somebody. So it makes sense that it wasn't Stephanie Vicaire. Like, I get it. Or Julia. Roxanne Perez could have worked, but I think it works better if she wins her first title normally, you know? So, and she has a very good likelihood of that. So, fair. Naomi, with the way her heel work's gone, I think it makes sense. I like it more than I did 24 hours ago. Like, at first, I was like, really? Naomi? Over Vicaire? Roxanne? Julia? Like, good for Naomi. I'm not mad about it, but really? It threw me. But the more I think about it, I think it makes sense. We'll see what happens. It'll take about 6-7 months for him to cash in, as per. Stats of the half, 42% possession to 58% possession. 2 shots to 7. 1 shot on goal to 2. 166 accurate passes, 84%, 252, 93%, 5 fouls to 7. 1 corner to 2. 2 shots to 7. We got 1 shot on goal to 2. 198 passes to 270. 166 passes. Accurate passes, 84% pass accuracy to 93% pass accuracy. 10 throws to 8, 1 offside to 0, 1 yellow card to 1, 0 red card 0, 1 to 2, 1, 2, medio tiempo. Portugal, they had like a good 5 minutes and 1 good punch back, but Spain's been the better team for most of the game. Spain's controlled the game for most of it. Exactly. I said he had one of the 2 Europa Leagues and the Champions League. Didn't Villas-Boas win the Europa League with him? I think he did, didn't he? No. Didn't Villas-Boas win the Europa League with him, then go to Chelsea, then get sacked, and Di Matteo won the Champions League? I think he did. Hold on. Oh. There it is. Andre Villas-Boas. Yep, he coached Porto to the Europa League and then left them for Chelsea, just semi like Mourinho did. And then boom. Yeah, he did. And then got sacked and lost the... And then freaking Roberto Di Matteo won the Champions League. I hope Sammy wins. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I don't know what to think. I'm not surprised, though. Second half about to start. But yeah, Villas-Boas coached Porto, won the Europa League, then moved to Chelsea, and then got sacked 6 months in. And then Di Matteo won the Champions League. But I think it was always going to happen when Elon would turn on Trump. It was always going to happen. Elon's a nut. Let's be real. Elon's a nut. Let's be real. Smart, but he's a nut. Second half about to start. Second half about to start. Here we go. And we're off. 45 more minutes, possibly more, depending on the situation. Playing forward. Let's see if Unc Cristiano can do something. Unc. Man, we call him Cristiano Unc now. Come on, CR7. 46 minute. Lewandowski's leaving the Polish national team. Wow. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I feel old. I mean, Cristiano's older, but I feel old that we're calling Cristiano Unc. I guess we could also call LeBron Unc, but I don't. It's fine. I don't care. I don't have that connection to LeBron like I'm a fan of Cristiano. You know, that's just, it is what it is. I feel old playing forward. Hearing Cristiano being called Unc makes me feel old, even though he is Unc age. Not a typical 40-year-old, though. Yeah. Also, and if people call Tom Brady an Unc, I might flip. I know he doesn't play anymore, but if somebody calls Tom Brady an Unc, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Also, I wouldn't call John Cena Unc either. And the dude's damn near 50, so, you know, fair enough. What, the dude's, 2 years away from 50? Shit. And John Cena's, 2 years from 50, if not one? Yeah, no. He might be more than an Unc. No, Cena's 2 years from 45. Shot! Goal! 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 Bruno Fernandes ties it up! What a shot! Oh, it's offside. Ah, damn. It was offside. Damn. Let's see. Fernandes was obviously offside. Well, that makes sense. Well, yeah, the play was, or I should say the play was offside. And Cristiano never pulled himself back anyway. Yep, no, obviously offside. Yeah, I'm glad he got it, because John with that freaking pompadour with a freaking bald spot was dumb. Like, John needed the hair transplant for sure. For sure. Ozzy so offside. I don't know. Like, you got to be smarter than that. Even Arsene Wenger's offside rule, you'd still be offside. You got to be smarter than that. Which, you know, I kind of agree with Arsene Wenger's offside rule. I think that's a better way to call it. Sorry, traditionalists. I don't care if you disagree. I support Arsene Wenger's offside rule. I do. I don't care if it pisses off the traditionalists. Like, if we're in a world with VAR, I think Arsene Wenger's offside rule makes more sense. As long as one of your limbs is in line with a defender, you're onside. I think that makes way more sense, especially nowadays. If we're going to be picky about this shit and VAR makes this, you know, no, I like the new idea. Like, if we didn't have VAR, I'm okay with the offside rule staying as it is. But in the era of VAR, like, oh, his toenail was offside. No, I can't do that. I'm sorry. Like, if we were in 2006, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Fine. The offside rule's fine. You know, or even 2015, I'd be like, yeah, the offside rule's fine. Nowadays with VAR, I think it's more biased to the defender. Like, so you're off by a toenail. So what? I agree. Like, I would have been, back in March of last year, I would have been booing Cucurella. Not anymore. Chelsea's lucky to have him, and Spain's lucky to have him. Like, the past year and 4 months or so, I've definitely, my view on Cucurella's changed. I still thought the chant was cringe, but his actual on-field product since like March of last year, my view on him's changed. Like, I thought he was a joke. Like, until March of last year, I thought he was a joke. Ever since March of last year, I've been like, you know what? No, he's damn near world class. If not world class, just on it. Man saved Chelsea's ass so many times over the last year. Proper Chelsea. Marc Cucurella is proper Chelsea. And if you disagree, fight me. If you disagree, fight me. Like, my perspective on Cucurella has changed so much that I would consider buying a Cucurella Chelsea jersey. That is one of the highest compliments I can give to a player, is buying their jersey. Especially in football, when somebody could just turn around and go to damn Saudi. I know. I said he saved Chelsea's ass a number of times over the past year. I said I didn't like him till last March. And when I mean last March, I mean March 2024. I didn't mean this March. I meant last March. I meant 24. I said a year and 3 months or whatever. For like a year and 3 months, I've been more positive on Cucurella, and I think he's damn near world class, if not already world class. It's been like a year and 3 months. I didn't say this March, I meant last. I know it's kind of confusing because March is past, but March 25 is past, but I meant 24. Thoughts on the Mexican fans finally voicing their displeasure on the Mexico tour. They want games in Mexican soil again. They should be. They should be complaining. And it's gotten more public, I should say. The Liga MX Reddit fans and big Mexican football fans have been voicing their displeasure for years. But Mexican, like normal people, the normal day-to-day people, real life, they've been complaining. And even the news. Like, yeah, no, there should be more Mexico games in Mexico. I agree. I hope Liam Delap, like, just absolutely. Well, hey, you know, the good news for you is Liam Delap chose a number 9. He's going to fail. I like Liam Delap, but his dumbass went and wore the number 9. Don't you know that number's cursed? I mean, I would love nothing more for him to break the number 9 curse at Chelsea, but don't you know that number's cursed, kid? Why? Should have just worn 19. You wore that at Ipswich. The good news is he played under Maresca at Man City's youth team with Cole Palmer and Noni Madueke, and they were all really good together. The bad news is his dumbass chose 9. His dumbass chose 9. Doesn't mean anything? Maybe not. I don't know. 1-2. Worlds Collide was actually pretty solid. I'm happy to see R-Truth come back as well. And Money in the Bank. Exactly. Yep. But yeah, Liam Delap, I think he'll actually do well at Chelsea, but why do you have to pick the number 9? I agree. It's called altitude and the shits. Especially if you ask Columbus and Vancouver. But it's called altitude and the shits. Mostly the altitude, but if you ask Vancouver and Columbus, it's the shits. Why can we rehash these jokes a year later? I swear to God. Yes, Montezuma's revenge is a real thing. It is. But come on. The fact I could rehash these jokes, are we really doing this? It's like, oh, we got our ass kicked in Mexico. We had a gastrointestinal bug. Am I the only one who's heard of Montezuma's revenge? Am I the only one? I feel dumb. I feel like I'm being gaslit. What the hell? I feel like I'm being gaslit. Diogo Costa made a save. No, Diego Costa wore the number 19. The last number 9 was Lukaku. And we all know how that turned out. Morata wore the number 9. He was so cursed he went to 29 and still sucked. That was probably just because Morata sucks. Higuain wore the number 9. Horrible. Giroud wore 18. That was Giroud's number anyway. Lukaku. That went horribly. Costa wore 19. So, smart. If Liam Delap breaks the number 9 curse, I will buy a Liam Delap number 9 Chelsea jersey. And I say that's about, 20 goals in the Prem, 4 to 5 goals at the Club World Cup, 10 to 15 goals at the Champions League, depending on how far they go, and a couple of goals in the later stages of the FA Cup and EFL Cup. So overall, about 40 goals. If he has 40 goals, 35 to 40 goals all comps, I'll say the number 9 curse was broken by Liam Delap. Give me 35 to 40 goals all comps. In some way, shape, or form. Or like get 3 of those. Get like 3 of those. He's playing for Chelsea. Like, all the problem about Chelsea is they need a striker. He's a striker. Like, he was a good finisher for Ipswich. And he really did play well under Maresca at Man City's academy. I have faith. I do have faith. Like, on the numbers, I have faith. If he doesn't score 20 goals, I'll blame the number 9. I'll blame the number 9 curse. That's the only possible reason he doesn't. The problem with Chelsea is they need an actual striker who could actually finish. That is not Jackson. They do create chances. They've been doing that for 3 years, especially the last 2. But even the year they were that horrible, they still created chances. It was just no striker to put them away. They finally have a striker. Show me some. We'll see who's closer to right by this time next year. How about that? I don't think it's delusional. As I said, Chelsea creates chances. They just need a striker who would actually put them away. Let's not forget, if they have a striker who can actually put away chances, they'll probably be top 2. Okay, no, Man City won't be that bad, but still. Okay, top 3. He won't be on penalties, though, so that's a good point. Good point is he won't be on penalties. I'll give you that, though. It's going to be a storyline to follow. Him versus Havertz. 2-2 Unk scored. Well, let's see how it went. Nunes on the ball. Ball crossed in. Header. Cristiano Ronaldo taps it in. It falls in front of Ronaldo. And he scores again. And people said he was washed. Washed how? 2-2. 2-2. Cristiano Ronaldo. 60th minute. It wasn't pretty, but who cares? Crossed in by Nunes. Cristiano Ronaldo, the ball fell to his knee, and he pops it in. Wasn't even a header, just fell to his knee. What a high cross by Nunes. And also a block. It also got deflected. Deflected by Lenormand. Well, that makes sense. And Cucurella got bodied by Cristiano. But, that's Cristiano. I'm fine with it. 2-2. 2-2. Cristiano Ronaldo. Tap in. He's not washed. Tap in? Are we kidding? He's not washed. Who said he was washed? 61st minute. My GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo. He's not washed. Well, he's Cucurella. He ain't that strong compared to Cristiano. Washed my ass. Well, Mbappe's a fraud in Yamal. He's young, but Cristiano Ronaldo. Play some Toby Keith because I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. There's Cristiano's theme song for this Nations League. I ain't as good as I once was. Play some Toby Keith, boys. Play some Toby Keith. He's not washed my ass. Liga MX's getting Ronaldo or Neymar. Because it sounds like it's possible. One. Second of all, Pumas ain't won shit for 12 years? It's been almost over a decade, if not a decade. Cristiano or Neymar. Pumas ain't gonna win shit over the bar. Efrain Juarez, though. Okay, you had Turco Muhammad and you pissed him away. You had Dineno and Lallini and you pissed them away. Yeah, sure. No. What makes you think you're not going to piss away Juarez? Efrain Juarez. Probably piss him off. He'll walk away, go to freaking Cruz Azul or something. Corner for Spain. Ronaldo is awesome still. Thoughts on Billy Joel's brain disorder. It sucks to hear. I hope he can perform again on stage. I hope, doesn't mean he can't record music. It's not like Randy Travis, but does he even want to record a new song after Turn the Lights Back On? I'm not sure. But I hope Billy Joel could perform on stage again, because I still hope that I can end up going to a Billy Joel concert at least once before he passes. I'm not saying the brain disorder is going to be what, but he's in his 70s, and I mean, I grew up loving Billy Joel's music. For almost all my life, 20 years out of my 25 years or something like that. I love Billy Joel's music. I know songs that I'd be one of those fans that, if you buy the way he does his concerts, if you buy like nosebleeds, he brings his biggest fans to the front. I think they'd be shocked that somebody my age would be one of those fans, but I would be. Like, I know more songs Billy Joel did than my dad does. And my dad was the reason why I'm a fan of him. But I love Billy Joel, almost all of his whole discography. I have a full on just Billy Joel playlist on my Spotify. Like, it's called Best of Billy or whatever. Like, just all Billy Joel songs. Not every one, but most of my favorites, right? Header, Away, like I think, like, if he did perform and I was like one of those fans pulled to the front row and he like looked out and saw people like singing his songs with him, he'd probably be surprised somebody my age knows all, like, every song he would play. Like, dude, like, I hate to see what's happening to him. I do. Point blank, period. Like, I would hope he performs again, but I just want him to be healthy, frankly. Cross in, saved by Unasimo. I just want him to be healthy, but if he performs again, I would. If I'm close enough to one of his concerts, and I have the chance, I would go. Like, especially now, if he performs again, like, I'm not gonna take anything to chance. If he performs again, I will find a way. I don't care if, honestly, maybe I would buy nosebleed tickets just to see if I'm one of the ones pulled down to the front, because he doesn't sell like the front 2 or 3 rows because he saves it for his biggest fans who buy like nosebleeds. I might just buy nosebleeds for that reason. 20 something bucks just get pulled to the front row. Damn right. He's talked about that on like Late Show as well, but Cristiano Ronaldo, Mbappe, I'll agree with that. Vinny ain't it. I agree. Lautaro has the potential though. So, yeah, I hope, the thing I hope the most about Billy Joel is brain disorder is it's treatable. I hope he stays healthy. It's going to be a sad day whether I see him in concert or not. Whether I see Billy Joel in concert or not, it's going to be a sad day when we lose him. Like, you want to talk about the day the music died? That's going to be one of them for me. Like Prince dying, that was a bad day. Michael Jackson dying, I remember where I was when I read Michael Jackson died. Like, I was on my way home in an Amtrak from Chicago. Like, we were, I think, getting into Alton. Actually, I think I heard it on the train. Yeah, I think I read it on the train. About Michael Jackson dying. Like, we were very close, but I was on the train, on an Amtrak train coming back from Chicago when I heard Michael Jackson died. That was a bad day. Playing Ford. Toby Keith dying was a bad day. You know? Shot past the post. Randy Travis having the stroke was a bad day. He's still alive. But Randy Travis, he's put out a couple of songs with his AI voice recordings and all that. And that's a blessing that they have so much of his voice. They can make songs out of his AI module. And it sounds just like classic Randy Travis. But, man, I hope they don't do that when he's dead. That would be weird. Like, when Randy had that stroke, it was like Randy Travis died. His voice died. I'm just saying I remember. I mean, MJ's music is classic, though, but you're right. But I'm just saying I remember when I heard he died. You have a point, though. I'm saying I remember when he died. Free kick for Spain. Next Wednesday, I think. Yeah, next Wednesday, because Tuesday's Canada, Wednesday's Club World Cup prediction, Thursday is the draw for the World Cup qualifier third round and the World Cup qualifier second round recap / draw recap video. Friday's the Gold Cup predictions on the 13th, on the 13th. Then Saturday, we do Gold Cup and Club World Cup first games and all that. So, yeah, Wednesday. We have a day off tomorrow. Header. Canada plays Tuesday, so, yeah. Thank you. I've been saying this for months. Thank you. People make me feel like I'm crazy for saying that Holland's only a good goal scorer and that's it. Like, I agree with you and Roy Keane. Like, me, you, and Roy Keane are on the same page. Me, you, and Roy Keane are on the same page. I feel like I'm being gaslit when people are like, Holland's a great player, though. No, he's just a good goal scorer. Just a good goal scorer. I think. Fair enough. I think he is. I'm not sure. I ain't heard. Yeah, I saw Musk say that. I don't know what to think of it, frankly. If he really was, you wouldn't. Like, if Trump really was, you wouldn't let him around your kid, Elon. So you're either a nut or you're lying. You either have no sense or you're lying. So that's why I don't take much stock into it, what Elon said, because there's pictures of Trump walking with X, Elon's son. You wouldn't let that guy around your son if he was on that list, if you had any sense, right? But then again, Elon's not known for having sense. So maybe he is being serious, but I can't believe he's that dumb. I can't believe Elon's that dumb. But then again, Elon started a feud with Trump, so maybe the dude's an idiot. Maybe the dude just has no sense at all. Genius on building rocket ships. Genius on building PayPal, but the dude's a damn idiot everything else. I guess he is a nut. Can't take away what he's good at. Fair enough. Thoughts on... I mean, it's sad to see. Them ransacking, like them... It's sad. The whole situation is sad to see. Vega's coming on for Ignacio. The whole situation's sad to see. I mean, the National Guard being ran into freaking LA. This is getting serious, and I think it's getting too serious. Rafael Leao on for Bernardo Silva. Isco coming off for Spain. This is way too serious of a situation in general. Like, it's a tinderbox that I feel like, nah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy in general. Exactly. I agree. Fabian Ruiz is off for Mikel Merino. Oh, look, Arsenal's favorite striker. 75th minute. Yeah, I think you're right. You can't get the perfect. Let me put it like this: you'll never get the perfect president. You'll never get the perfect president. You just got to pick who you think is better. They're going to piss you. Like, I don't. You know what? I'll put it like this. I don't agree with people who are 100%. Either way, I don't agree with people who are 100% have fealty to a political person, whether it's a governor or a president. I don't agree with people who have 100% fealty to one side. You're wrong. Like, there are Democrats that I respect. There are Republicans that I respect. There are libertarians that I wish would win something, but they won't. There are liberals in Canada that I respect. There are NDP people I respect. There are conservatives that I respect. I kind of respect Elizabeth May, probably because of how delusional she is. Like, the fact that she just keeps going is kind of respectable in general, but either way, I respected, like, for example, something you probably wouldn't expect out of me is I respected Jack Layton. I had a lot of respect for Jack Layton. You know, I also agree with that. Like, Jack Layton, that man was a good man, and it's sad that cancer took him so early. NDP leader Jack Layton got them to their best result ever in Canadian federal politics. Jack Layton was a very good man, and I respect Jack Layton a hell of a lot. I think he would have been a very good prime minister for Canada if he ever got there and lived long enough to make it. I think I respect Jack Layton. I weirdly have a respect for Mark Carney. Like, I'm not saying I prefer Mark Carney, but I do kind of like the fact that Mark Carney kind of fooled people. It's like, oh, I'm going to fight Trump, and then he basically bends over and just bends the knee as soon as he goes to the White House. But I'm not surprised, because Mark Carney would have been a PC. Mark Carney would have been a progressive conservative 20 years ago. He's a libertarian. Now, is he the type of libertarian I respect? No, he's a Gary Johnson. Or I would say, do I totally like him? No. Do I think he's an absolute disaster? No. Trudeau's a disaster. But Mark Carney, I could live with. Do I prefer him? No. Can I live with him? Yeah. He's basically a Gary Johnson libertarian. I could live with him. So, I wouldn't say that's respect. It's more like, yeah, I could live with him. It's fine. I could live with him. It's fine. He's not John McAfee or Austin Peterson. No, those are libertarians that I respect. Spike Cohen. Like, that's the type of libertarian. I'm an anarcho-capitalist. That's where I am. Libertarian anarcho-capitalist. That's where I am. I'm where Austin Peterson and Adam Kokesh and Spike Cohen and John McAfee are. That's where I am. That's where I am. I say that's common sense, but do with that what you will. I say that's common sense, but do with that what you will. 79th minute. I don't think he is, though. I don't think Mark Carney's another Trudeau, as I said. He's basically a Gary Johnson libertarian, except he's smarter. Like, do I think Mark Carney will ever ask, what is Aleppo? No, I don't think he will. I'm not really a fan of Ben. Like, Ben he's okay, but I feel like he's like the 2020s version, 2010s, late 2010s, like the current version Glenn Beck. Or, yeah. Like, I'm not. He's a little bit too milquetoast for me. It's like, I mean, he has good takes, but like he's on YouTube, but he acts like he's still mainstream. I'm like, dude. He's a little bit. He doesn't stand on business either, really. You know, he doesn't really stand on business. He doesn't really stand on business either. Like, well, do that what you will. '80th minute, 10 minutes to go. We're probably going to extra time if this holds. Or will we get a late goal to end this? Fair enough. Cross in. Header. Oh, that was bad. Something about Ben just puts me off. I don't know what it is. Like, he feels like how do you do, fellow kids? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, Ben Shapiro kind of feels like a how do you do, fellow kids? Like, that's his energy. He's not as elitist as like a Pete Buttigieg. Like, Pete Buttigieg just, no. I agree with you. I'm positive towards Candace Owens. Yeah, I'm positive towards her. Like, I understand why she went more entertainment news, but I have respect for Candace Owens. She seems to stand on business. I feel like she got ran out of there, kind of like Brett Cooper did, to be fair, but bad decision, but okay. Playing forward. Saved. I don't know why she went full entertainment news, though. I mean, do I prefer her? No. Am I negative towards her? No. I wouldn't say I'm a fan. Respect. Cross in. Respect and fan are two different things. Respect and fan are two different things. I wouldn't say I'm a fan. I respect. Not really a fan. It's 83rd minute. Don't know them. Don't know them, specimen. Don't know them. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Shot! Goal! Oh, no! It got cleared off the line. I thought that was going in. I think Vivek's winning in Ohio. Awesome. Offside, that was probably going wide anyway. It's probably going wide anyway. Yeah. Well, good timing. Yeah, I think we're going to extra time at this point. Well, and then she went full entertainment news. So then Candace went full entertainment news with a dash of Free Palestine. So 86th minute. I mean, I don't understand why Brett got ran out of the Daily Wire. That made no sense to me. Like, I understand what happened with Candace. That makes sense. She challenged the company line and got turfed. Brett Cooper, on the other hand, I don't know what the hell happened. I don't really like, honestly, the fact that her replacement, no. Trying to freaking recapture the magic Brett had, but no, you ain't. No, you ain't. I understand why Candace got turfed. She challenged the company line. Brett Cooper, that was weird. That was weird. And I don't think she wants to like down them. Yeah, I know. They were always making jokes about Ben Shapiro and Brett Cooper being siblings. I remember those. People still make those jokes. But yeah. Unk is down, damn it. Yep. Man, if Cristiano's hurt, that would suck. Why does this always happen? Every final Cristiano plays for Portugal. And he's getting replaced for Gonzalo Ramos. Well, it's about the 90th minute. That's fair. But damn it. If you talk about Brett Cooper, I think she's, I know she's, it's pretty obvious she's married. Have you seen her comment sections? I think Brett Cooper's like in her mid-20s. Yeah, I think she's in her mid-20s. Yeah. 88th minute. 2-2. Yeah, mid-20s, yeah. Bench Naldo. Well, he got hurt, though. I mean, have you seen Brett Cooper's comment sections? Yeah, he's married. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. I'm not one of those people that'll, I don't understand it. Like, I understand it, but I won't be posting those like fall to my knees in a Walmart gifs or whatever. I respect Brett Cooper. I'm happy for. That's all that matters. Well, I have no reason to post those falling to knees in Walmart gifts, but I'm a Baptist. I'm a Baptist. I'm a Baptist. I'm a Christian. I'm a Baptist. I'll answer the question, but I'm a Baptist. I'm a Christian. I'm listen to my accent. You think I'm anything other than a Baptist? You're crazy. Like, dude. I was born in Mississippi. What do you think I am? There's only one thing there, and it's Baptist. Well, okay, there's Catholics there as well. But if you're a Christian, you're a Baptist. If you're a Catholic, you go to St. Joe. If you stayed to your school age, but I didn't. But I was a Baptist anyway. So I am a Baptist. Not was. I am. I didn't say, though. So, yeah, there's a Catholic school down there in Greenville. I ain't a Catholic. I still think, but I will say, as I've said, I think the Pope does carry weight with Protestants, and I think he should. Like, I don't see why he shouldn't. Free kick for Portugal, 2 minutes of stoppage time. Bruno Fernandes take. It was because if you admit that you made a mistake, it makes the company look bad. Like, he kind of has to say it's a work, even though it wasn't a work. But I guess even them knowing. Cross in, header. Ooh, save. Didn't you say you got a girlfriend? Didn't you say, again, I do like Celtic, but I have Irish blood. But because I was born where I was born, I'm a Protestant. I know, it's weird. 2 minutes in. It's the Irish blood talking, but because I was born where I was born. If I was born in Chicago, maybe I'd have been a Catholic and this wouldn't be a problem. If I was... But... 201. When I say Southern Baptist, I mean I was born in the South. I don't mean anything more than that. 2-2 at full time. We're going to extra time. 2-2 esta noche. Tiempo extra. Inicio. We go. So, I mean, there are some. When I say Southern Baptist, for me, I mean I was born in the South, and I'm a Baptist. I don't mean anything more than that. Just to be clear. That's why I just say Baptist, because, you know, that's in a tumbleweed. That's walking in weeds. You don't want to. No, you're walking in weeds. I mean, Euro 2016. Okay, fair. I mean, I respect the Catholic Church, though. As I said, the Pope should hold the Pope does hold weight with Protestants, not just because he's American, but man, it's weird though. Lamau, man, it's weird though. Like, because Portugal's not as good as Spain right now. That's why. Euro 2016 vibes, fair enough. Sometimes. You know, like, it is weird. Like, I'm not saying it in a bad way, but it is weird that we have an American Pope. It feels weird. It feels like like, hearing Pope Leo speak English is a trip. Like, it's like, holy shit. Oh, yeah, he's American. He sounds so good when he speaks English. Like, yeah, I've heard Francis speak English. I've heard Benedict and John Paul speak English. It's like, they sound European. And then Pope Leo speaks English. He sounds like he's from Chicago, because he is. And it's like, wow. It's like, wow. Like, I've never thought of a pope sounding so fluent in English. And then to see a pope that just is from Chicago, he's like, it's wow. And then the guy is also fluent in Italy, Italian, Latin, Spanish. Like, man, I'm honestly inspired by Pope Leo. Like, I don't know what the word for it is, but I'm inspired by him. Like, I like him. I like Pope Leo. God bless him. God bless him. Coin toss for the extra time. I don't know if that's true. Besides, in the conclave, like, one of the rules of the conclave, you can't take a bribe. And no. Do I like Cardinal Timothy Dolan? I do. I do like Cardinal Dolan. Was he ever going to be the Pope? Probably not. No, Dolan. Now, I don't even think Trump would pay $4 million in gold for Pope Leo. Now, if it was Dolan, on the other hand, now, he might for Dolan. He might for Cardinal Dolan. Former St. Louis Archdiocese Cardinal, now in New York, but it was a joke. I'm just saying. Or also, Francis just got out of the hospital with pneumonia, and he only has half a lung, and he wanted to, like, I think he basically openly said he wanted to make it to Easter. He did the Easter services. He died. He got where he wanted, though. Like, Francis openly said he wanted to make it to Easter. And the doctors were like, you probably shouldn't do these services. And he did. Like, I respect it, frankly. But the dude already had half a lung. You know, dude already had half a lung, and he just got out from having pneumonia, so. But yeah, it's funny to say Vance killed him, I guess. But if Vance had powers of killing a pope, Leo would have been dead 2 weeks into the job. 2-2. It was funny until he met Leo. And then, well, Leo lived, so. I know he's from Chicago, but they had to buy him a Chicago Bears jersey, though. That's just, dude. What about a White Sox jersey? Well, at least he's a White Sox fan. He's probably a Bears fan, too, but. Like. If you're a Sox fan, like, I gotta respect that. The Sox suck, but if he got a Sox jersey, I'd be like, okay, yeah, he's a Sox fan. Yeah, sure. If he got a Bears jersey, like, that just feels insulting. Even though he probably is a Bears fan, that just feels insulting because the Bears? Like, I know he's probably a Bears fan, but oh, one of his brothers and his mother's a Cubs fan. He's a Sox fan. Leo's a Sox fan. He said he's a Sox fan. I think his brother did too. What a miss. Playing 4. We're on in extra time 2-2. Like, a Bears jersey. Like, even if I was a Bears fan, if I was the Pope, I'd be insulted. Shot! And he misses wide. Like, the Bears? The Chicago Bears. God. Like, they suck so badly, though. But the White Sox do, too. If you choose the White Sox, like, even if they suck, I gotta respect that. But the Bears? Like, sadly, you don't have a choice in NFL. I wonder if he's a Chicago Fire fan. Yeah, that's true, but that's true. But I got to see it before it happens. Pedro Porro's on for Mingueza. Mingueza actually had a good 90 minutes. I was shocked about that. 92nd minute. I was shocked about that. He actually played pretty well. You know, I wonder if Pope Leo's a Chicago Fire fan. If he is, he must have been really happy about the game yesterday. I cannot believe it. 7-1 Chicago Fire over DC United. DC sucks, man. DC sucks. Jesus Christ. I know he's a Roma fan, but I'm wondering about, he should be a Chicago Fire fan, but I can't believe Chicago won 7-1. Holy crap, man. Maybe it is. Maybe the Pope does. Maybe the Pope did bless the Chicago Fire. In DC, no less, by the way. If I'm the Chicago Fire, I would send him a jersey anyway. I'd send Pope Leo a jersey anyway if I was the Chicago Fire. I'd clout chase if I was the Fire, but that's just me. Why is Cucurella getting booed? It's annoying me. I don't know. I have no idea. Like, I don't get it either. If I could get it, I'd tell you. I have no idea. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Settle. I have no idea. Hey, good for them. Oh, there's a tropical storm Cosme in the Pacific. 3 named storms already in the Pacific Ocean. Going away from Mexico, though. It's going out to sea. Oh, tropical storm Barbara might hit Mexico. Hold on. Cosme, on the other hand. Oh, that was the NWS, not the National Hurricane Center. There we go. Okay. Lol. 95th minute. Goal kick cleared away. Eastern Pacific. Tropical storm. Damn it. Oh, there we go. The cone. No, Barbara's going out to sea too, but it will become a hurricane. But the satellite, the wind speed, there'll be a little bit of a chance on the coast of Mexico that there'll be a little bit of a chance of tropical storm wind, but none to worry about. None to worry about. Now I think about it, maybe I should do some Eastern Pacific tropical updates as well, especially with the coast of Mexico being in the Eastern Pacific and the southern coast of Guatemala and all that being in the Pacific. I probably should, because I'm sure there's fans of this channel who watch Liga MX and all that on that side of Mexico. It's like, if you noticed, like last year on my community tab, I did tropical updates because I am a hurricane expert. Self-proclaimed hurricane expert, but I know a lot about hurricanes. Taught myself, but I know. Yeah. Because CONCACAF is a very ocean-facing confederation. That's the best word for it. And it's in the Atlantic Basin. Yeah, no, it's smart to do tropical updates for the fact that I have my followers in CONCACAF. I mean, if they're in a place that could be affected by a hurricane, it'd be good to be like, hey, watch out. Hey, watch out. I'd feel bad if I didn't. Like, I'd feel bad if I didn't. because I track hurricanes, because I am a self-proclaimed hurricane expert and severe weather expert, I'd feel bad if I didn't, knowing this confederation is very ocean-facing. Yeah, well, normally when it hits the Bay of Campeche, it's normally weaker. Cucurella going forward, missed by Cucurella. We'll see how that goes. Ball across the top of the box. Header. Cucurella has it over the bar. 98th minute. It's like, I mean, yeah, Mexico is more lucky because the part that gets it the worst, arguably, is the Yucatan. Like, when it comes to hurricanes, like, the Yucatan gets it the worst when it comes to Mexico. Now, the Rio Grande Valley depends, but, like, when the Bay of Campeche gets hit, the good news for them is the Yucatan's in front of them. If the Bay of Campeche, especially south of the Rio Grande Valley, gets hit, normally it's going to go over the Bay or the Yucatan, weaken, and then re-strengthen a little bit, go into the mainland of Mexico. Now, if it hits South Texas and doesn't, maybe grazes the Yucatan, the Rio Grande Valley might take it a little bit harder if it goes into South Texas and Brownsville and South Padre and all that. But, and then of course you have the west coast of Mexico, but even then, probably a direct hit from a stronger hurricane 2 times a year at most, maybe 3. Normally, if it's in the Pacific, it goes out to sea. It doesn't really curl back, or if it does, it's going to cut the coast. But landfall, playing forward, cleared away. Do that what you will. Oh, a scrap. Noon Menge is cooking. Yeah, unless you're in the Yucatan. The Yucatan is very much more... Like, if you're in the Yucatan, that's the part where you're really susceptible to hurricanes, landfalls, especially strong landfalls. Noon Menge yellow. Yeah. Like, for example, the reason I track hurricanes and know what I know about weather in general, but especially hurricanes, is Hurricane Emily. Cat 4 hurricane, landfall in the Yucatan, hit Playa del Carmen. Like, that storm, I mean, I did watch the coverage of like Hurricane Ivan and Hurricane Charlie in 2004, but if Emily didn't happen, I don't know if I would be where I am now with hurricanes and severe weather, especially hurricanes. Severe weather, I mean, I lived through it, so kind of would have to, but dive mate. Potential red card check. Let's see what happens. Good job, ref. Dive. That's a dive. So do that what you will. Like, Hurricane Emily, Yucatan ground 0 for dinosaurs. Check over, no red card. Yeah, good call. Well, yeah, that's true. You know what? Yeah, good call. I wanted at least a slap. Well, I mean, he's probably got a red card, so I mean, I understand it though. 101st minute. You know, like Hurricane Emily is why I know so much about the weather and hurricanes. And I would say I'm a severe weather hurricane expert, self-proclaimed, but yeah. Playing forward. Alex Baena got a yellow card. Here comes Portugal. Out for a corner. Like, I remember Lenormand's going to get a red card. Like, you saying that like he's on the way, or is he going to get one? People are throwing paper? They're throwing freaking stuff the bag Christmas paper. What? Tissue paper. There we go. That's the right term. They're throwing tissue paper in balls. Like tissue paper balls. What the hell, man? You could save that for Christmas. If he isn't careful, he's going to get one. He's getting cooked. Okay, fair enough. Yes. Yes, they did. Like, the bad thing about Katrina is Bush and FEMA and the Army Corps of Engineers fucked New Orleans. Like, Biloxi got it bad. Let's be clear. They're lucky Katrina turned into a 3 by landfall, but it turned into Biloxi and the Mississippi coast, Waveland, Gulfport, Biloxi. But New Orleans got it bad because they had levees that only handled a Category 3, but the storm surge was way higher, and the rain was way more strong than that. The reason New Orleans got it so badly because Katrina weakened was because the Army Corps engineers didn't have strong enough levees. FEMA screwed over New Orleans. Bush screwed over. Honestly, decades of mismanagement for decades ruined New Orleans. If the winds were as bad as it was at its peak, French Quarter would have been blown away anyway. And hell, you could even say Biloxi, there were towns on the Mississippi coast that got vaporized, basically, when it came to Katrina. So it's not like it was a bad storm. It was a storm of the century, but it was stronger in the Gulf than it was at landfall. But New Orleans got screwed not because of the direct hit. It did veer off into Biloxi and all that. That was bad for Biloxi and Waveland and Gulfport. Bad. But that was bad for them. But New Orleans, it was the decades of mismanagement. But yes, Bush, FEMA, Army Corps engineers, yeah, they were part of it for sure. Yeah. But there was like decades of mismanagement in New Orleans. And redlining with a Ward 9, the South. It was a recipe for disaster. And luckily it wasn't a direct hit, but if it was, it would have been worse. And I'm afraid that it ain't going to take long for another Katrina-like storm to hit New Orleans. And by the way, New Orleans has levees that are only rated up to Category 4. Not even a Category 5. Knowing people are talking about, by 2050, there's going to be another Katrina. You're damn fools. And I guarantee you, this time it's not going to weaken before it hits land. With the way the Gulf is so hot right now and shearless, dude, it could happen this year. Like, it could happen this year. I don't think it's going to take to 2050 to have another Katrina. I'll tell you that right now. Expert opinion, there will be another Katrina, and it won't take till 2050. It'll be before 2035. Just a hunch. Active period, really hot Gulf. It ain't weakening on landfall like Katrina did. I'll tell you that much. It's going to happen. And if it's going to happen before 2050, but very much before 2050. It could happen this year. I'm not saying I've seen anything, but it could happen this year, and I wouldn't be shocked. There will be another Katrina-like storm, and it probably will be more of a direct hit into New Orleans. You ain't going to get lucky again. It'll be a Cat 4 or 5 at landfall. Halftime and stoppage time, it's still 2-2. 2-2, miro tiempo de la tiempo extra. 2-2. So I'm telling you, it's going to happen again and worse. It's coming. Good save, Diogo Costa. Who's winning Gold Cup? Canada. Like, I'm telling you now. Like, take it from me. I know again, self-proclaimed hurricane expert. I know. New Orleans is going to get it bad. And before 2050. Katrina 2050? Nah. 2035 at worst. It'll be within the next 10 years. It could be this year. It could be 2 years from now. It could be 2035, but it's going to be before 2050. It's going to be before 2035 or 2035 at the latest. The next Katrina-like storm. I'm afraid it's going to be this summer. Because Canada played at the same time. That's why. Canada over the U.S. Who's going to win Gold Cup instead of Canada? If it ain't Canada, it'll probably be Mexico. Substitution for Spain. But it's going to be Canada. I guess Saudi's a good shout, but I hope it doesn't happen. Yeremy Pino is on for Lamine Yamal. They took off Lamine Yamal. Oh, God. Anybody, let me tell you, it's already hurricane season. Hurricane season started 8 days ago. You should have been prepared. If you're in hurricane-prone zones, you should be ready already. Like, you should have been preparing during the spring, getting the non-perishables, setting up your plan. You still have time because June's a weaker month, but you could still get hit. If you want to take solace in the fact June's a weaker month, sure, but I'm going to tell you, if you don't, Diogo Jota coming on from Portugal, I'm going to tell you, if you're in a hurricane-prone zone, and, well, San Antonio's a bit inland, I would say, but it is in Texas, but it's inland. Still, you should have some hurricane preparations, but, well, different situation. You should probably have those in mind, but either way, for your sake. But thoughts on Pochettino earning 3 L's in a row. I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised at the same time, but I'm laughing. What's TNT's chances? Not much. Second half of stoppage time has started. The one that's already happened, or you're saying possible natural disaster nightmare? Because if you're talking about ones that have already happened, I'm going to say Galveston, 1900 hurricane, Katrina, April 27, 2011, super outbreak in Alabama and Mississippi, Phil Campbell, EF5, Hackleburg, EF5, Tuscaloosa tornado, Philadelphia, Mississippi tornado. That's of ones that have already happened. Superstorm Sandy as well. Of ones that have already happened, it's one of those. I would say, honestly, Hurricane Milton, Hermine as well. That was bad. Recently, that was bad. But the 2011 super outbreak, tornado-wise, April 27, 2011, that was a nightmare. Like, if you want to see how bad it was for Alabama, like the whole coverage for James Spann, ABC 3340 is on YouTube. Hell, I go back and watch that randomly. 8 hours of coverage from the morning and the afternoon of April 27, 2011. James Spann is an amazing meteorologist, by the way. Legend. But that was a nightmare, April 27, 2011. That was a nightmare. Now you talk about things that might happen. I mean, the severe weather season isn't. People, yeah. Severe weather, no. And the fact that Tornado Alley's kind of moving in, no. Fun for me. I don't go chasing, but I can watch it in the future. Exactly. That's for everybody else, not me. Tornado season's underway in Canada. Yep. Especially like the prairies, because they're in Tornado Alley. In the future. Well, a Katrina-like storm in the next 10 years. Simple. That's the nightmare. Because it's hard to say. See, the thing about tornado outbreaks is it's hard to say. But the super outbreak in 2011 was a generational outbreak. Now, of course, you could say the Bible in 2023 that hit Arkansas and Iowa, that was a bad day. Still not as bad as the super outbreak. There was an outbreak March 15th, 14th, and 15th that went across the central and then the south. It was close, especially on the 15th. It was close to 2011, but not as bad. You can't really predict super outbreaks. Like, I can't say, oh, there's going to be a super outbreak of tornadoes in Mississippi in 10 years. I can't do that. You only can really predict the convective outlook within a week. Like, if you look at the SPC website, the convective outlook is 8 days. And the farther out you have an area marked on the convective outlook means you're probably facing an outbreak. Like, if you have a 15% outlook area on day 8, you're probably cooked. And if you're in it, you're probably cooked, because that means they see something. There's only 15 to 30 from day 4 to 8. But if you see some on day 8 or day 7 on a convective outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, hate to tell you, that's going to probably end up being a moderate at the very least by day 1, if not a high. Just to tell you. But you can't predict super outbreak tornadoes for really anything out from like 5 days. That's more of like, hey, it's coming. That's 5 days is actually really good warning for a super outbreak. I think 2011 was 3 days. Like, it was so obvious. It was about like 3 days. But you can't really predict a severe weather super outbreak, or you kind of predict a derecho, but tornado outbreak, no, you really, besides like 5 days out, you really can't. But if you know how those things go. Hurricanes, though, 2035. Yeah, a Katrina-like storm in New Orleans by 2035 to 2050, somewhere around there. A near future Katrina-like storm in New Orleans is in the future nightmare. An actual direct hit as a Cat 4 or 5. Yeah, that's the nightmare that you can predict. You know it's coming. Like, hurricanes are not as, like, it does kind of follow more of a pattern, you know? Like, yeah, there's a tornado alley and there's a Dixie alley, but tornadoes are smaller storms that you can't predict exactly where a tornado will go. But, like, if you look at the history of hurricanes and tropical weather and where New Orleans is and how under sea level it is and how much under the gun it is and how many they had Camille in 69. Hurricane Camille happened to New Orleans and the Mississippi Gulf Coast in 69. Then 2005 Katrina happened. Now they're like Katrina 2050. No, it'd be like 2035. You know it's coming. You just don't know when. You don't know what year. You don't know what the name will be, but you know it'll happen. You just pray to God that once it happens, you're able to leave. So, poor oh my Lord. I mean, I don't see anything bad about it. Simone Biles has her right to speak her beliefs about the situation and that she has, and hey, I understand it. I respect Simone. Always will. Legendary gymnast, and she has her beliefs. I mean, she has her beliefs. Like, I have no problem with her crashing out. Like, if it was a bad crash, I'd have a problem with it, but it's her stating her beliefs. Murata in for Oyarzabal. Oh, Lord, Murata's in 112. So, yeah, no, you can't. Like, yeah, no, another tornado super outbreak will be a nightmare for the area that gets hit with a super outbreak. I don't know if it'll be Alabama again, but they're Oklahoma City. I mean, Oklahoma City that's probably where you'd be like, yeah, no, some big tornado is going to happen. Look at Moore, Oklahoma. Unk is injured. Well, yeah, that's why he got pulled off, as he always does during a final with Portugal. Not saying that in a mean way, it's just true. But okay, Oklahoma City, like, yeah, you're going to get hit with a big tornado every so often in the Oklahoma City area. Yeah, no, that's pretty callable. That's true. That's fair. I mean, look at Moore, Oklahoma. Moore, 2000. Moore Bridge Creek, 2000. Moore, 2013. El Reno, 2013. Playing forward. So, no, Oklahoma City is, yeah, it's pretty. I'm surprised there hasn't been a strong hurricane in Oklahoma or a strong tornado in Oklahoma over the past 12 years. I'm pretty shocked it's taken 12 years. Then again, 2000 and 2013. Oh, well, Pachuca's beating Al Ali. They're playing now. They're actually playing now. Subanse Al Lamber, Jimmy, 113. What, Alex? Did you hear about Aaron Ramsey to Pumas? Yes, I heard. I can't believe it. That is like some of the most out of left field shit I've ever heard. Like Aaron Ramsey to Mexico. Yeah, no, that's out of left field. I'm sorry. That's out of left field. 2-2 Dos 114. Like, that's out of left field. Like, I never would have thought. And if he scores for Pumas, somebody's going to die. Because Aaron Ramsey, if he scores, people die. Famous people die. Should I say a prayer for Billy Joel and Randy Travis? Our Father who art in heaven, if Aaron Ramsey goes to Pumas and scores a goal, please do not call home the souls of Randy Travis and Billy Joel. You could take any other celebrity, just not the souls of Randy Travis or Billy Joel if Aaron Ramsey scores for Pumas. Amen. There we go. I hope it's not Randy Travis or Billy Joel. I don't know who Aaron Ramsey's next name will be when he scores. I just hope it's not Billy Joel or Randy Travis. $115th minute. Because, I mean, they're both dealing with some. I mean, Randy's dealing with still recovering from a stroke from 12 years ago. And Billy has... I was praying for their safety. I was praying for their safety. I said, don't take their souls. If Aaron Ramsey scores. Maybe I could have said maybe I shouldn't have said take anybody else. I could have just, fair enough. But that was to the effect of praying for Billy and Randy's protection. I don't see why that's so. That came from a good place. That came from a good place. 116th minute. That came from a good place. What's better, Messi having two of his friends in one team, or James, Sergio, and Ramsey in different teams? Messi. Like, I mean, James and Sergio Ramos is cool, but Aaron Ramsey and Liga MX, like, I never wanted that. Like, I never was, like, hoping for Aaron Ramsey to come to North America. Like, he's solid, but, like, okay. Like, that's, like, the most milquetoast name you can go for. Seriously, like... 116th minute. So random. 117th minute. I mean, yeah, could I have left out take anybody else? Like, could I have left out the part of take anybody else out of there? Fair enough. But probably you have a point. But I'll say that. Yeah, that might have been a little bit. Yeah, fair. But when you're praying for somebody's protection, it was coming from a good place anyway. (118th minute). Spain going forward. Looks like we may go to penalties unless some crazy stuff happens. I did not expect that at all. And no Lamine Yamal or Cristiano Ronaldo for penalties. So this is interesting. This is interesting. Yeah, but growth of the Liga. Aaron Ramsey is growth. Like we're really grasping at straws. Like Aaron Ramsey coming to Liga MX is growth of the league. Okay. Like I feel like that's grasping at straws. But okay. Uh. 119th minute. 2-2. It is cool. It's cool. It's just I don't think that's 120th minute. We have a shootout. Most likely, I mean, we're only seconds away. It's not like, I mean, if there's like 2 minutes of stoppage time, that might be different. But the Nations League looks to be decided in penalties. We have 1 minute of stoppage time unless somebody scores a goal. Probably Portugal. Playing forward. 20 seconds. 40 more to go. Over the top. Header by Jota over the bar. Don't start acting like Diego or... My bad. Darwin Nunez. Don't start acting like Darwin Nunez, Jota. This isn't you. I'm a fire in Malaysia. Boom. 10 seconds to go. Shoot the whoop. Shoot the whoop. Half. That's full time of extra time. We're going to penalties. 2-2. After extra time, 2-2. 2-2. Seems Portugal's about to win. Oh, okay, we do have we have time in between. Okay. We're going to penalties. After extra time, it's 2-2. 2-2 esta noche. All right, good. Panamis is back. Good. Good. Take a short break. We'll be back. we're back. We'll see how this goes. Portugal versus Spain goes to penalties. Honestly, watch the shootout play out. Then we'll review the game once it's over, of course. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get this one going. 627. Good. Let's see. Nope, it didn't. Okay. We're on our way. Here we go. Penalties. Here we go. Unai and Diogo Costa playing as the goalkeepers in this shootout. And here we go. Gonçalo Ramos starts for Portugal for the penalty shootout. Gonçalo Ramos to start the shootout against Unai Simon. Well, if Spain was going to lose, I guess you'd want it to be a penalty shootout. Gonçalo Ramos versus Unai Simon. Here we go. First penalty. Ramos, shot, goal down the middle. 1-0. What a penalty by Gonçalo Ramos. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful penalty. Easy as you like down the middle. Beat Unai Simon. There was no chance. And through his legs. Not off the foot. Down the middle. We have Mikel Merino. Mikel Merino to take a penalty. Arsenal's favorite striker. Mikel Merino versus Diogo Costa. And that's a goal. 1-1. 1-1. Send it the other way. Costa went one. Merino went the other. Arsenal's favorite striker scores. Good curling penalty into the side of the net. And we got Vitinha. He won the Champions League last week at this stadium. Can he do it again this week for the Nations League? His penalty can help that be the case. Vitinha versus Unai Simon. 1-1. See where it goes. Vitinha. Short or slow run up shot. Goal. Just past the hands of Unai Simon. 2-2. Or 2-1. 2-1. Vitinha scores. Vitinha. 2-1. And we have Alex Baena. Alex Baena takes a shot, goal, rolls it in. 2-2. No mistakes yet. No mistakes yet. Unai Simon's getting close, though. It was a good shootout so far. I can't believe I'm ahead of you. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Can he make it 3-2? Bruno Fernandes. He's very good at penalties. Will Unai Simon have him read? Bruno Fernandes. Hop, skip, jump in. 3-2. 3-2. Simon went the wrong way. Fernandes paused it and then popped it in. Not really a jump there, but there you go. Portugal, boom. Can't watch. The bad thing about him is he can't do nothing about it. Isco, who's had a really good season this year. He did very well with Betis. Isco. Can he put a cherry on top? Isco. Shot in! Just off the hand of Diogo Costa. 3-3. I thought that was about to get saved, but 3-3. Isco scores. Fair enough. Just off the hand and in. Yeah, that was a bit lucky. Nunes had a really good game. Got a goal to put Portugal back tied and had a really good game besides that. Will he score his penalty? Nunes. Shot goal. Top bins. 4-3. 4-3. Awesome penalty by Nunes. If Spain misses or Portugal gets a save, they'll be on the catbird seat. If they score, all they got to do is make a save. The pressure, yeah, Nunes is the man of the match if Portugal wins. I agree. Here we go. 7. Alvaro Morata. Oh, that's a bad idea. Shot! Saved by Costa! Morata! Horrible penalty! And it's 4-3, 4-3. If Portugal scores, it's over. If Portugal scores, they win the Nations League. What a save by Costa! What a save! Morata might have just blown it. I told you it was going to be a bad penalty. I saw it coming. And finally, Portugal for the win. Ruben Neves for the win. To win the Nations League. Ruben Neves. Goal! Portugal! 5-3. 5-3. Portugal have won the Nations League. Cristiano Ronaldo, he scored in this match, so he wins another Nations League. After penalties, it is 2-2, 5-3 on penalties for Portugal. 2-2 esta noche, 5-3 en penales. Portugal campeón de la Liga de Nations de la UEFA. Portugal are the champions. What a penalty. Another Nations League for Cristiano Ronaldo, his second. He won the first. He's won the fourth, I think. This is the fourth, right? Yeah, number 4. Portugal are champions. Ruben Neves with the winning penalty. What a slotted penalty. What a penalty, though. That was steel. And Morata blew it. Portugal have won the Nations League for the second time because he won a trophy again. His third international trophy, Cristiano Ronaldo. 2 Nation League, 1 Euro. He could make that 4 with a World Cup next summer. I think everybody would hope to see that. I do. If Canada can't win it, give me an Argentina-Portugal final with Cristiano winning. But we'll see what happens there. Roberto Martinez won a trophy. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Calmly, coolly taking penalties from Portugal. Spain did pretty well until they sent up Morata. Who thought that was a good idea? Well, I guess it was De La Fuente, but really, Morata? We're setting up Morata with a penalty in the balance of a game. 4th penalty taker. If he misses, Portugal are on the freaking catbird seat. All they had to do was score, and they did. Are you an idiot? Morata. It does. They both mean something. But Portugal will win the Nations League for the second time. I don't know. I'm not the coach. If I was, I wouldn't have sent him up there. What else is new? With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you on Tuesday. Well, of course, within the hour for the review of this game. And then I'll see you Tuesday for Canada versus Ivory Coast. We have a day off on Monday, so. But I'll see you within the hour, and then I'll see you Tuesday. With that being said, there you go. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. Congratulations, Portugal. Felicidades, Portugal. Commiserations, Spain. Lovely. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace.